Yo, it is Sunday, so let's go through the charts. Alright, so first of all, market overview. Still in this range on the small caps. Had a bit of a aggressive rebound here, or comeback after the FOMC meeting. So a lot of things popped, and I got a lot of alarms triggered, but I didn't really see any setups, or if there were setups, they were too fast and like late afternoon, so I could not catch them. But it's looking good so far, still hovering in a bullish trend. Nasdaq, looks like S&P is stronger than the Nasdaq. Interesting. But this is nice though, we are going sideways, and I think that maybe 1 or 2 more weeks, and then if we're going higher, then that would be good together with the small caps. So let's go through last week's trades. So the first one on Monday. Again, not really my type of setup. This is more of a day trade / short term. I saw all the cannabis stocks popped, and this morning I had CGC. I think it's called CGC. Yeah, cannabis growth, and ACB on my scanner. Let's go on the 5 minutes. And I wanted to get the opening range highs. It was on Monday here. So CGC had too wide of a risk on the opening range highs, so I went with ACB, which initially worked here. Worked quite well. Let's see, how much is that? Oh well. Anyhow, then the next day, in the morning, where are we here? It came all the way back and stopped me out to the penny here. Look at that shit. And then it consolidated, so I got stopped out, but I didn't catch this one. It was, I mean, hindsight, yeah, but I don't know. CGC, this one was even more unclear. Guess you had the range here, but it's also so fast. So I'm thinking that maybe it's gonna be a bigger picture setup in the next 1 or 2 weeks that I can hop on. So anyhow, I got stopped out of ACB, and then we had ESOA, and this one you can see that it popped, but then it's so liquid that the price was trading so high, it was too wide of a risk, so I just put an order here, risking the lows of the day, in case it came back to fill me, which it did, but then it, yeah, you can see this day right here, it came back all the way. So it filled me here, and then a few minutes later I got stopped out. TPST, yeah. Yeah, okay, so I changed the range. So I was playing off this range on this day here, but it didn't work. Still watching it on the weekly, it makes more sense. I'm looking, I mean, it's still of a inside the range move, but it can still make a 50 to 100% move. So watching it, stopped out. SPIR, this one, oh yeah. Oh my god, look at this one. It's gone to 5 minutes. So here they announced a partnership with Nvidia, and I bought the 2-minute or 3-minute opening range highs. Where are we here? Yeah, I bought it here. 1471, I think, and then it went up so fast here. That's a big move. That's a 30% move. So I sold off pieces here, and then I sold off a big chunk right here, and then I bought back. Let's see, not here, but here I bought back, risking this low here. Was up in size, and let's see here, second day. Yeah, it was looking kinda nice here, and then oh yeah, it almost took me out here. I was like 1 cent away from getting stopped out, but then it came back, and in quite nice profits. And here I had like an order at 18 something, slightly above here, to decrease my size a bit because I was a bit heavy since it had came up from my initial 20%. So I was a bit heavy, but then again I looked at it and I was like, man, it looks so good here on the 1 hour chart. I think it's gonna go higher. But then next day, pre-market, they have an offering and it tanked. It went past my stop loss, and here is one thing I did wrong because I didn't see the news. Obviously I should have been out right away, but I thought that, oh, maybe it's just gonna wick down and come back. So I had a stop order, but then I removed it and I sold off like half the shares, and then I wanted to wait a few minutes and then I added the hard stop, but then I got slippage on the hard stop after, and it was a big difference in my account here from being up a lot to down. So overall it lost on that one, even though I made some quite nice profits on the range, but then finally I gave it back. NCMI. Yeah. It's gone 5 minutes. Yeah. I had a similar situation. See, which day was it? It was the second day. Yeah, it was a bit too soon. Oh yeah, it triggered on the 1 hour, and then I bought it here, risking this low here, but then it kind of came back, and then the next day it went higher. So again, stopped out here. Maybe it's gonna set up in a few days. I think it's too fast, so a few 1, 2, 3 inside day or lower days there would be nice. OSHA. Also stop out on this day. Yeah, right here. Right there. Bought the 5-minute opening range highs. Was up quite a lot, and then it came back. So another stop out. RGLS. Oh yeah, this one came back. I bought the opening range highs, risking the lows of the day, but it came back to the penny and stopped me out, and then it's slowly grinding higher. So we'll see what happens, but I'm not in it. Soundhound, yeah. This one was a bit of a FOMO entry. Yeah, I should not have bought this one, but it tanked quite hard after my entry, so I got stopped out for my risk, which is nice. And this one, Swedish one, new stock. I just remember, I need like the 5-minute here. It was a bit of a not planned trade, but I saw this thing before on another stock I'll show you, but it looked on the 2-minute here. Let's see. Yeah, I saw this little range being created, and I wanted to buy if it came up, and which it did, but then it came back. And my thinking of this one was a stock a long time ago which made the exact same move after it launched, and then it ripped for 2 days. Here you can't really see it, but it's basically within the first hour candle it had a similar setup here, and then it ripped and climbed for 2 days. So that was my idea, but I don't know. Took my stop, so it doesn't really matter. It was a stop out. In the last trade again on this, I took the first stop here, and then I thought this range from the first left shoulder here, this range over here, which it have not been able to clear, and then had this day triggering this day, and then I thought it's time to go. ESOA, but I did get stopped out. Yeah, it came back. So looking back at this weekend, I see that all my trades were stop outs, but I have some good news. I'll tell you in a second. But what's good here though is that I'm looking at this and I have 10 trades. I mean, compared to maybe something like this where I had 17. But I kind of have to look at the previous week because I made some big gains on Lizzie, which saved my pretty much saved my account. I made 84R on this one, 84R. So risking 1R made 84. Let's go on the 5 minutes. Yeah, and the funny thing is that I was so happy about the huge gain. I sold it a bit too early, I think. I should have sold partials instead. But you never know. You never know. Yeah, I sold it on this day right here. So I bought my first shares, here on the 1 hour chart inside this range. Then it gapped up and I traded the range, and then finally I sold all the shares on this day. But I would made almost double if I held it for one more day. But obviously I should have sold some shares if that was my plan, but I'm happy that I got that big of a gain, because it put my account above water again in profit. And now it's actually looking to set up again in maybe 1-2 days. Let's see, what else? Did I talk about? Yeah, I did talk about this one. It's last week's trade. Yeah, which one? I sold too soon, and it's actually looking quite nice. I would like one more day here to create a bit of a range like this, you know. That would be nice for a continuation move up to 4. Anymore? No, I think it was that one trade that kind of saved my account last week. So now I'm back to slightly over break even. And again, too bad my... Which one was it? Which one was it? Spear, yeah. This one I gave back a chunk. But I'm still in profit, so that's nice. And for next week, let's look on the weekly here. Let's go with these first. So these orange ones are the one that I will watch every day, and if I see something that I think will go the next day, I put them here. So let's go of this week's opportunities. Yeah, first came out of this big range, not that much volume, but came out of the range, and it's sort of making a buy setup here. But if you look on the daily chart, it looks like it wants to go here for a few more days, and then it could trigger. So, but I don't think it's gonna go tomorrow, so that's why it's here. This one I don't really know, it's not super clear yet. I'm always watching it. Same here, needs more time. Yeah, I would want this one to go sideways here for a bit. 1 or 2 days. Oh wow, nice inside week. It's a bit too far from it. Would have been better if it was hovering closer to the weekly moving average. But it's not tomorrow, so let's go past that. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I think this one isn't even ready this week. If anything, it will be next week. This one is quite far over the weekly moving average, so I think it's gonna need more time. Something like, which one was it? Something like... What? Yeah, something like this one. So it feels like it's here, but it has to go here to catch up with the weekly. Yeah, this one, I don't know, it's kind of weak compared to the rest of the market. I noticed it came above this range, and now it got bought up on the range. So thinking, I don't know. Still, even if it's a range bound trade, it's still a good risk reward. We'll see. We will see. And this one kind of died off, in my opinion. But man, the first move was insane. I missed this setup here, or oh, it's November. I wasn't even trading. Was not even trading. Yeah, this one. So funny, I got stopped out inside this range, and I got stopped out again, and then when it finally went, I wasn't even watching it. Took it this day, and I took it 1 or 2 times here, I think. In hindsight, it didn't even trigger. In hindsight, it kind of looked like, you know, obviously this was the trigger. Did it work? Lows of the day, 7:27:13. No, you got stopped out here. So this was the entry on this one, but I missed it. Since I got stopped out here and I didn't watch it this day. Now I just watch it in case it's gonna make a bit of a range here. Sort of a cup and handle entry. Could be something. Could be something up to the 40. Yeah, we'll see. This one, yeah, that's nice. It peeked over this area here, shook out, came back, creating a range. So sometime, obviously the 1 hour chart looks so wide and loose, so you need more days inside of here. Something like this, yeah. Needs more time. This one, oh, okay, it's all-time high because it looks kind of ugly. But thinking that this again was the test of the all-time high, came back and then exploded above, and now it's creating some sort of a range here. It doesn't feel ready here. It needs 1 more week at least. It looks quite ugly on the weekly. Yeah, something like that. Next week. Same here. Looks kind of ugly on the weekly, but it's holding up. Oof. Not so much volume. Oh wow, there's no volume here. Oh wow, what's going on? Is it? Oh, okay, here we go. Ah, okay, yeah, okay, nice. Gotta be scared. Some volume, not ready yet, but sometime soon could be ready. Could be ready. Yeah, I missed this first entry here, and this entry here, but I'm thinking it's gonna maybe sit up here for a few days. Oof, looking very dead, but it's creating some sort of a range. So even if it's gonna be a double top, it's just a nice range to play. Looking like a head and shoulders sloping upwards up to the $5 area. Could be nice. And CLSK looking for some sort of a range here. Like this. Obviously the first entry, or the entry, was probably this day right here, but this I think was late day with the FOMC meeting. Was it? Nah, kinda was midday, but I didn't really see it. Now in hindsight I kinda do see it, but it wasn't perfect. So that's why I'm thinking it's gonna give another entry here, sort of breaking the bigger range, giving a better risk reward to possibly the $40 area, which is a double, so that's nice. And Dave, yeah, this one I took right here and I sold it, and you would not have been stopped out. So this is watching it for now. Maybe it's gonna create a range on the 1 hour chart for a second entry, but then again, the entry was probably this day right there. A bit of a hard one. So we'll see if it sets up with something else. It's 1 week rest. So maybe again the entry was here. So this is all chasers entries. This one I just want to watch it because I think this one was the entry. So yeah, this I noticed. You can see a similar pattern with all the stocks on the FOMC meeting. They quickly popped back, and now they're all sort of flagging like this on the 1 hour chart. So that's why I'm watching all of these, the ones that came back. And this one is a slower stock. No, it's okay. And now it's at the top range here, consolidating. So that's nice. I think this one has some very nice potential. But I would want at least one more inside day to create a range here, because now there's nothing. Oh, same here. And you can see this one actually came back earlier. Wait. This one came back on Wednesday. This one came back on Monday. Huh, so this one is like stronger and it already had made the range. This one is actually... Huh. I think actually I gotta change this one. Could be tomorrow. Could be tomorrow. Same here, popped, and I'm looking for a range here. Same thing, popped, looking for a range, and this one is almost finished with the range here. Wow, look at that momentum, but it... Wow, look at that shit. So it triggered the previous week, and I'm thinking that if it's gonna go down to the 62 area, maybe. Create a bit of a upsloping head and shoulders, maybe. I don't think it's gonna go tomorrow. It could, actually. God damn it. Gotta watch it at least. No. Yeah. And so this one, you see, many of the other stocks are still inside the range, and this one exploded up the range. So I'm thinking, I mean, obviously the entry should have been this day, but I'm thinking, since they all look the same, maybe this one is gonna create a range here, a super tiny range that you can get a second entry on, since it's so strong. But I don't know. We'll see. Super weak. Yeah, I would want one more day. And also, I don't want too many names on for tomorrow, because I might not be able to watch the open, and I'm a bit afraid if I miss too many. Oh my god, look at this one. God damn it. Did I take it on this day? I don't think so. Now, hindsight, it looks super strong. I mean, it's creating higher lows and this range, like, it can't go lower. But I don't like when it's creating these higher highs as well. So it was a tough one on this day. Hindsight looks beautiful, but I didn't see it. Did not see it. This is on midweek as well. And money line I talked about, it got stopped out on this day. I did not rebuy it. So maybe we'll give another setup, sort of a upsloping cup and handle, if it gives us a few more days here. Yeah, one more day, if anything. Alright, so these are the stocks I'm watching for this week, but for tomorrow I'm kind of looking at those that I changed the color on. Let's see here. Let's add these and close this one. So let's go from the bottom. What am I thinking here? Yeah, better next week. Man, look at this one. It's not a momentum setup, it's more of oh my, I can't even see it. It has such a huge range to play if it wants to pop, even to fill, you know, to the $3-4 area, or even, yeah, $3. So, and this was what I saw a few days ago. I saw this range and I told myself it has to come break this range, create a like a double bottom and then break. So I'm watching this one for, it would be nice with one more day at least. And arm, yeah, man, I don't want to miss it. I have taken like 4 cuts on this one, and it's been taking a lot more time than I thought, but now it's getting ready on the weekly. Kinda still wide, but it's a new week, so I will see what happens. The best thing would be if it comes down again, or actually even just going tomorrow or Tuesday could be nice. And yeah, this one, man, I can't believe I sold it too soon. And Lizzie, yeah, again, made big profits on this one, but now it's looking like it could go even higher. Could go even higher. Let's go up. Yeah, it would be nice with more days. Yeah, it's not gonna go tomorrow. I should not even have this one here. And same with this one. No. No. Or, god damn it. No history. This one also feels a bit soon, but if this week pops, this moving average is just gonna catch up, so it has a range. It does have a range. Doesn't feel ready. But we'll see. Coinbase, same sort of structure coming up, creating this little handle. Yeah. 40% move. It is super strong. Missed both. This one I wasn't trading, and this one I missed. See this range here. But it would be nice with one more inside week like it had over here. And it's a biotech, so I have a bad feeling about the biotechs right now. After the, what's it, SPRC? No. I don't remember. Yeah, I would want more time, I think. Yeah, so many of these I should not really be watching tomorrow. I'm gonna take a look again tomorrow and see what I will do, because again, I'll be out snowboarding tomorrow. Have this one chance with nice weather and new snow to film, so I have to decide which is more important and which. So I might have to set some orders before market open on the place that I think really will go, and then add stop losses after the fact if I get filled, which is a bit dangerous, but if I'm gonna both film and place on stocks, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Alright, so that's exchange, bad setup, no setup. What I'm proud of this week, again, which I said, was the amount of trades I took. Even though this one was decent, I mean, it was right. I got stopped out to the pennies. It was a good trade, even though I got stopped out. This one, I mean, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. Yeah, I guess I should not have been because this is such a long base. It doesn't really have the momentum. So buying the 5-minute opening range highs is a bit too fast. I should have had the 15-minute or the 1 hour, and obviously this is the 15-minute high, I think. Yeah, and it was too wide. So this one I could have avoided. TPST, I think it was a decent idea. Maybe it was not ready on the weekly. Spear was an amazing trade, although because of the offering, gap down, I gave back all the profits and some more. So it was still a good trade. What I did wrong here though was that what I said, I removed my stop loss in the morning and I sold a partial and then I added a hard stop lower, but I got slippage on that one, so I should have just had a market order right away. I should not try to, you know, if I get stopped out, I get stopped out, and if it comes back, I'll find another entry or I just play something else. It's not worth, you know, fighting the market like that. So that was a bad one. This one was also not the best idea. Oh, okay, it was the first day. I guess it was a decent, yeah, it was a decent one because it triggered the 1 hour. And then I guess I could have, yeah, this I could have done. This I could have done on the 15 minutes. I should have waited for the 15-minute trigger after, because it triggered on the 1 hour and I just bought it. But if you look, if I just tracked it on the 15-minute, I would not have bought until here. And then again, I would have still been stopped out, so it was a tough one. But I should not have bought it here, it was too soon. And OSHA, yeah, this one was decent. I mean, look at it, it looks like a big head and shoulders. It triggered, had some momentum, kinda lost momentum here, I guess, but still a good trade, even though I got stopped out. This one also, yeah, look at the 1 hour range, it was a good trade, and it stopped me out to the penny and went higher, so still a good trade. I took my stop. Soundhound, this I should not have been buying at all. It didn't trigger on the daily, and I didn't wait for, I guess it's because I missed this one and it went so fast that I tried to get it on a dip, risking the very low. So I guess an alright idea, but really not the same setup at all. This wasn't even a setup, it was just me FOMO buying. And this one could have worked, so only lost 1 hour, so it's fine. This one also, I think a good setup, yeah. And what did I improve? Yeah, I improved in the way that I took, there wasn't so many opportunities this week. It was really shaky, and I only took, are these 10 items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, so 10 trades. Still a lot, but compared to 17, it's not so much, so that's good. And 2 or 3 of these I should not have taken, so that's really good that I'm more patient. And new rules to add. I have 2 new rules I want to add. One is I already have this max position. I have 1/5 of my account as a max position, but if, say, on this one for example, so here I had a full size, I was up 12R with a full size, meaning that I should have sold off 12R in this area before the close, because I was too exposed. Again, gap down on offering is not going to happen every day, but I still think that if I enter with a full size, 1/5 of my account, and then I get a 20% gain, I should sell 20% of that position, so that I can hold it overnight more safely. So that's a new rule, to even doesn't matter what the price, sell off before the close if I'm in profit, to stay safe, protect my capital. And new rules, let's see, what else? Yeah, stop loss. I should not be trying to change. This was the first time I did, because I was so much in profit that I got a bit tilted in the morning when it gapped down past my stop loss, which was here, and it just tanked right away. So I got a bit tilted and I tried to give it some wiggle room, which I should not have done. I should just take a market stop loss, get the fuck out, and go on the next setup. So again, don't change the original stop loss, and have a wide market stop loss. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm happy that I traded less. I'm not happy that I changed my stop loss here. And I will add the 1/5 of account maximum if I'm in profit. I will sell off some. So that's everything. Nice. Let's go a new week, almost end of the month, into April. Right. See you guys.